The article took the county by surprise. Yet we simply wrote what we saw, and others began to see it too. The article seemed to hit a nerve, strike a vein, and feel right. And based on that, we proposed to Rick Landon, Yolo County's visionary agricultural commissioner, a 3-year contract with a set of deliverables which the county accepted. So, where is Yolo? Well, we like to say east of Napa. That's kind of how we position it, but it's also west of Sacramento, north of Solano and Contra Costa County, and south of Lake and Colusa counties. Broadly speaking, we're mostly valleys surrounded by mountains. The Sutter Buttes, the Blue Ridge, the Sierra, and Mount Tam, and we've got water. We're a garden county between 2 metropolitan areas, which is good for markets if you have a distribution system that thought about it that way, which we do in part. The county board supports agriculture, and its LAFCO, the Local Area Formation Commission, takes the Williamson Act seriously, and for that reason and others, we're a poor county. Many have farmed the county's soils for generations, which is a distinct asset for us. 48% of the land is used for agriculture, while only 2% of the farmers have more than 10,000 acres. Of the farmers, 83% have less than 1,000 acres. And our county's gross receipts come to about really a certain portion of the lettuce. It's gross receipts in Monterey County. It's about $453 million, and yet we're a powerhouse agricultural county. The number of acres registered organic is 6,000 or so, with gross sales of about 20 million. It just kind of gives you the context in which we'll be speaking. So, Yolo County still doesn't charge for wine tastings. We've based our work on 4 principles, which I hope you might find applicable to your county. And I'm going to go over them with you tonight. So principle 1, develop authentic food and wine tourism based on place. And here we use about 6 rules. Start with authenticity. The locals gotta know it to love it. We used a place-based approach because it's hard to be authentic if you're not eating the food from your area. But also because in the end, it's comforting. As Robert Thayer articulates in his book, Life Place, a bioregional thought and practice, it can serve as a powerful antidote to the often mentioned ills of the contemporary world. Attachment to place gives time back to us, allowing us to see the past, experience the present, and anticipate the future. So how do we introduce this to the locals? Well, here's a few examples. We've launched a wine marketing initiative to let the industry know more about Yolo's 14-plus wineries in hopes they will sell and serve it. And we'd like to follow this up with a training for the hospitality industry in Yolo County. The last thing you want to do is go to a restaurant in a county, ask what one of the local wines might be, and have your server not know. We've conducted public events, serving up what's in season, following the age-old adage, show, not tell. And we've worked with caterers to develop seasonal menus and posted them on our website, atasteofyolo.com. You know, it doesn't have to cost a person much. We write a monthly column carried in all the local papers with this information. But mostly we remind people of the simple things that contribute to joy in life. How to have a picnic in the park with friends and family. How to bring your own dishes and bottled wine to a community pig roast in the county. And how to sit around one very long table with others and enjoy a village feast on a hot summer day. How to make your own, you name it. Mincemeat, sausage, quince, compote. Fred Manis, who's in the audience, helped us with that sausage-making demonstration the other day in partnership with the Yolo Land Trust. So secondly, you inventory the assets. You have to know what you have. We met with lots of people to come up with the first county-wide list of olive oil producers, appellations, caterers, restaurants, you name it. We work with academic institutions to steep the story in facts. One fun example was when we held an event at Copia early on in the 3 years to help position Yolo County, along with Napa and Sonoma, for its food and wine. We worked with Dave Smart, who's a UC Davis viticultural and soil scientist. He went out and he dug 4 core soil samples in different parts of the county at wine grape growing areas, and then he served up that soil with those wines in a way you could taste for yourself if there was terroir. And he based that on the history of soil development around the world. 4, invest in local associations to magnify your message. This one sounds kind of easy, but it takes trust and time, and, well, it's built in part on relationships, as usual. But for example, we've worked with the Renters Rotary Club, the Yolo Community Foundation, Yolo County Farm Bureau, and Yolo County Fair. We'll work with any county-wide association that wants to serve up local fare at their annual events. Develop event guidelines for a consistent message. You're going for a look here, a style, a branding, if you will. Placer's got theirs, Contra Costa's got theirs, Marin definitely has theirs. Santa Cruz, right? San Mateo. We found this out the hard way in part, and we're developing a set of guidelines to position YOLO's food and wine around quality, locality, and conviviality. And we offer the groups a few suggestions that we work with, the goal being a uniform message. And so always the use of local wine, food, caterer, local bread, local flowers. I mean, it doesn't really do much good in a way if you're emphasizing local food. You're serving that up on the plate, and you're sitting down next to Chilean flowers. Does it, really? It's a mixed message. And 6, there's a list of the other things I won't go into, but cross-market continually. Partner with others to create synergy. For example, we've been working with our Yolo County Land Trust recently to conceptualize a series of seasonal mini fundraisers to complicate their very exceptional annual fundraiser, A Day in the Country, held in September. And the purpose of these mini events is severalfold. It's not really so much to raise money. It's more to raise awareness, develop a network, raise goodwill, serve as a calling card, restore the farm arts, on-farm arts, and involve their farmer members in a stronger way beyond money and to educate. So on-farm events we've suggested include winter sausage making, which I mentioned Fred just participated in, spring asparagus and lamb grill, held an earlier one out at Full Belly, late spring walnut wine making, summer strawberry preserves and shortcake making, and an anytime cowboy poetry event on a cattle ranch, complete with a chuck wagon, or a full moon barn dance. It gives you an idea of the kind of events that really, in a sense, restore a rural culture with room for townfolk. And this serves to create that community around which a local food system, bigger than the sum of its parts, can grow.